Oh my god, I just clicked it one time and it like, it's broken.
No, it's not broken.
Why did it go so far?
Don't click it so hard.
I just clicked it one time. I swear.
Okay.
Okay, are we good?
We're big.
Okay. Hi and welcome to our presentation. We are doing Mr. Beast. Our presenters are Ariel, Devin, Fernando, and Julian. I promised I wouldn't say one.
Oh.
See, I promise you, I pressed it one time.
Try to get closer.
Not letting your arm.
Okay. So a little background information. So his name is Jimmy Donaldson. He was born in 1998 in Kansas and raised in North Carolina. He started doing videos at the very ripe age of 13. So he was very little when he started this. His early content was just gaming, so just like recording himself do videos, I believe. And then analyzing YouTube trends. And we'll go into all of these a little bit more in depth in the next few slides. He is the founder of several businesses, and his YouTube channel has become one of the most subscribed channels in the world. And I will hand it over to Julian.
So Mr. Beast's leadership style, he demonstrates data-driven, innovative, and entrepreneurial leadership style. So he uses analytics and experimentation to understand what audiences want. An example of this is when he first started out, when he was younger, he would use the algorithm, and from then to this day, in the beginning, it was on the phone only, you would watch YouTube, so it was about like 5 minutes to 10 minutes, he said. But over time, people watch YouTube on their TVs now, so the good range, the sweet spot is 25 to 35 minutes, he said. So that's what he tries to make his videos that long now. He reinforces a culture of creativity, continuous improvement within his production team. He invests heavily in team collaboration and large-scale production planning, focuses on long-term brand building rather than short-term profits, and he leads by example through intense work ethic and dedication to innovation. So for investing heavily in large-scale production planning, for the Mr. Beast game, he broke records for the most cameras and cables. So for the Mr. Beast games, he had the camera for like every single angle during the games, and he broke the record for most cables in the production. So there's like cables everywhere, he said, in an interview he said. And then this leadership style allows his organization to produce content that consistently attracts millions of viewers. So some challenges and results. Some challenges: extremely high video production costs. An example of this is the Mr. Beast games. For the first 2 episodes, he said it cost $100 million. He never specifically said the exact total, but it was a tremendous loss. Like he regrets it, but he doesn't regret making Mr. Beast games. Constant pressure to create bigger content, managing a growing team and multiple businesses, maintaining audience trust while expanding. Some results from Mr. Beast is 400 million YouTube subscribers across channels, billions of global video views, successful brands, Feastables, Mr. Beast Burger, and major philanthropist campaigns, which is Team Trees and Team Seas. So Team Trees is he partnered up with a nonprofit that they planted up to 20 million trees worldwide, and then Team Seas is he partnered up with another nonprofit that gave water to people that have no access to clean water. And he talked specifically about how he went to I forgot what village it was, but it was in Africa that they had no wells. Like they had one well that broke, and he went in with the villagers and saw how they got water, and he was in there with the production team, like in person. He just didn't just give money away. And then so for the billion of global views, he says that if you ask 33 people out of 100 worldwide, 33 people are gonna at least have seen his videos. He says at least 2 to 3% of the world population has seen at least one of his videos, excluding China. He doesn't really say why not China, but not China.
Walk closer. There. See? Just walk a little closer. There you go. You explore the room anyway.
Alright, so now I'll pass it to Ariel. She will be showing you something.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Julian and Lucerito, for telling us a little bit about who Mr. Beast is, where he grew up, giving us some context to his background. So I want you guys to think, what is it that makes Mr. Beast so successful? Is it the wealth? Is it, did he just get lucky? Well, the answer to this question is something that we've all been learning about this class. It's his attention to audience analysis. So after Mr. Beast graduated high school, his mom gave him two options. She said, option one, you can move out, pay your own rent, get out of here. Or option two, you can go to community college. Jimmy opened his wallet and he said, all right, I have no funds to pay for rent, I'm going to community college. At least that's what he said he was doing. He enrolled in community college, but instead of attending courses, he failed them all, would drive out to a spot, and he would study viral videos. Every day, he said he'd spend like 12 to 15 hours a day studying what lighting is in this thumbnail and how many views does it get, how many camera angles are there, how fast, what's the pacing of the video. He would study viral videos over and over and really figure out how do I captivate an audience. Because he was a small town boy with big dreams of becoming a YouTuber, and he was willing to do it, whatever it took to make that happen. So today we're gonna watch two videos. One is gonna be Jimmy as Mr. Beast, so we're gonna see him in his Mr. Beast persona, and the second video is gonna be just Jimmy as he is in a podcast, talking a little bit about his heart posture. So we'll start off with his number one top viral video. This has 1.6 billion views. That's just about a seventh of the population, so that's a lot of views. It's got 57 million likes and 125,000 comments, so very high engagement rate. So let's take a look at this video.
I give you $100, would you go to Paris to get me a baguette? No. If I give you $300, would you fly to Paris and bring me back a baguette? Yeah, right now.
Actually?
Yeah.
Fly you through?
Yes.
Can't believe she's actually getting told baguettes right now.
I hope Mr. Beast is hungry!
Wow, I cannot believe I'm here. Almost have this busy.
Oh, my baguette! I honestly just needed one. Here, you can just have this, whatever that is.
Alright, so that's his most viral video. So let's break it down using one of the frameworks that we worked in class. This is going to be an audience analysis framework. So starting off, who is his primary audience? Well, that's going to be that one-to-one communication. We see he addresses several college students. He's on a college campus. So we don't get the direct name of his person that ended up going to Paris, but that's that one-to-one communication. But we see, like, this video isn't just meant for that student, it's meant for all of us in this room, all the billion people out there watching this video, so he has a greater secondary audience of his viewers. And so what's the purpose of this video? Again, it's to build that engagement, which leads us to our desired outcome, kind of giving inspiration, thinking, would I go to Paris on a whim if someone offered me $300? Really finding ways to captivate his audience. And then that leads us to the final step, which is media selection. Although Mr. Beast is on many platforms, he chose YouTube Shorts for this video, and that's because it's very quick paced, short moving, making it a proper media selection for this video. So let's talk a little bit about the ethos that he displays. Mr. Beast has super high ethos, and that's because he's established credibility through his name and through his branding. You hear Mr. Beast, you think things like money, you have direct association with him, he's recognizable. And so my hypothesis is that first girl probably didn't know who he was a little sketched out, was like, I don't know if I'm gonna go get in a plane with a stranger. But the second guy probably knew who Mr. Beast was, he had that ethos established. And then he also establishes his ethos through storytelling. He's a super strong storyteller. He said in an interview, I don't care if 50 million people watch my videos if they don't feel anything. I want 50 million people to feel something through the stories that I tell. So let's go ahead and take a look at our second video. And our second video is going to be Jimmy just as himself in a podcast setting.
Let me ask you the ridiculous question. Since you went from being broke to being rich, although you keep spending all your money. Does money buy happiness? How has money changed sort of your contentment, your happiness in life?
Money buy happiness. No, not. I mean, to a point, yes. Once you can take care of your health, you can take care of like any immediate dangers, and you can take care of your family relatively. No, it doesn't. Like, but those things do. Like, when I first came into money, one of the first things I did was retire my mom, and like that brought me tons of happiness. You know what I mean? And like, you know, if my brother had a medical emergency and we couldn't afford it, and I made money to afford it, that brings tons of happiness. You know, so once you take care of those basic necessities, so we'll say make over hypothetically $1 million. No, it really doesn't. Like adding an extra zero, going from 10 million to 100 million or whatever it is, makes no difference.
Alright, so that's a little look into who Jimmy is with his Mr. Beast persona aside. And once again, we have our primary audience, that's that one-to-one communication with our podcaster Lex. And our secondary audience, again, is the viewers and the listeners. We have our purpose is a bit more motivational, inspirational. Our desired outcome is that after you watch this, you should feel like you know Mr. Beast, you know Jimmy a little bit better, you understand where his heart lies and all of that. And then our media selection. This isn't a boom, 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 rapid video we have. It's a little bit slower paced. He understands his audience, and so this is going to be in both like a YouTube and podcast, longer format. And once again, he has that credibility, establishes that ethos just through the name and branding that he's made for himself. You see Mr. Beast in the title of the video, you're likely to click it because you want to learn more. Lex is interested in Mr. Beast because of that branding, and so we brought him onto the podcast. And also, he has this interesting quality, which is understandability and relatability. So he uses simple terminology, easy to understand. And also, I want you to look at what Lex is wearing versus what Mr. Beast is wearing. You see Lex, he's all dressed up, he's ready to go, but Mr. Beast is looking a little bit more relaxed, he's got his t-shirt on, which sort of establishes sort of a sense of relatability. You don't see him as this like super powerful figure. He seems kind of like someone that is approachable and you can talk to. So up next, Fernando's gonna come up and he's gonna dive into our financials and talk about Mr. Beast's financial statements and impacts.
For this revenue slide, we have 4 companies on the creator economy space being evaluated from 2021 to 2024. First one we have here is Spacetime. It's a gaming and esports company. We have Dudes Perfect, which is a sports entertainment brand. We have Prime Hydration, which is a beverage hydration brand. It's co-founded by the YouTubers Logan Paul and Olajide Olatunji, also known as KSI. Beast Industries is a blue bar here. It grew every year from 54 million up to 497 million, nearly doubling annually. Prime Hydration also stands out the most here, the orange bar. It hit a peak of 1.2 billion in 2023. Prime had one of the fastest growths in the beverage industry. By 2024, the UK sales had fallen 70% as demand dropped and the initial celebrity influence wore off. We see here Face was already declining before it got acquired, and Dude Perfect grew, but nowhere near the same scale as the Beast Industries. For this next slide, for the EBITDA, we have the revenue growth, which does not mean a company is always making money, as Beast Industries is a good example of that. For Beast Industries, 2021 was its only profitable year with 12 million. After that, they had 3 straight years of losses, with 2024 being the worst with 110 million. Most of that loss came from Beast Games, which cost over 100 million to produce. Jimmy himself said that it was not a good financial decision. Next we have Enthusiast Gaming, which is a digital media that owns gaming websites, YouTube channels, and esports teams. Skybound is a multi-platform entertainment studio. They're behind The Walking Dead and Invincible, with revenue from licensing, media expansions, and franchise deals. FaZe Clan and Enthusiast Gaming both ran losses throughout this period. Skybound stayed profitable. They're the only ones throughout this whole time to stay profitable, but that stability shows up in the numbers. Losing money while being in the creator economy space is not unusual. It is a pattern we see here as they all fall below. These industries is growing fast enough that the losses are part of their scaling strategy, but that is not a sign that the business is failing. For the next slide, we have the stock price. Beast Industries is a private company, so they have no stock price to show here. But we have FaZe Clan, which in 2022 they were evaluated at $725 million. They dropped to 16 million in 2023. So they got acquired at that year. They dropped over 97% in 2 years. Most of that can be seen to the high operating costs, and they rely heavily on a few creators to generate most of their revenue. We see their stock fell below $1 in January 2023, and for the Beast Industries, they're projected to make over $900 million in revenue for 2025. And now I'll pass it on to Devin.
So now I'm just gonna recap everything we just talked about, starting with financial performance analysis. This pretty much just means why is Mr. Beast winning financially, and this just shows how Mr. Beast is performing overall. First, you have revenue growth, very rapid increase from 2021 to 2024. He grew about, Mr. Beast Industries grew about $400+ million within those 3 years. It's driven by viral content and brand expansion. He reinvests his earnings into content and production. Also accepts short-term losses for long-term growth, and outperforms peers in audience reach and revenue growth. Competitors show financial instability and declining performance. His revenue has grown very fast from 2021 to 2024, mainly because of his viral content and because of his expanding brands such as Feastables or Mr. Beast Burger. And instead of focusing on short-term profit, he reinvests money into like what he just earned. So like the first season of Mr. Beast Games, he took pretty much all of that profit and put it into season 2 of Mr. Beast Games, which helped him enormously. And then when we compare him to his competitor, he clearly stands out because his competitors struggle with stability, while he continues to grow in that field. And now we have coaching recommendations, just what he can improve on. Strengthen depth and messages. Move beyond fast-paced entertainment driven content. Incorporate more storytelling and reflection. He actually has like bonus episodes in season 2 of Mr. Beast Games where he actually talks about his storytelling abilities in season 1 compared to season 2. He has a whole team with him, like creating content for Mr. Beast Games. And one of his main things for season 2 was just more storytelling. So getting the competitors to tell their story to the audience, which is just everybody who watches it. And develop executive level communication. Improve clarity in interviews and business decisions. Align communication with long-term vision and leadership identity. Increase transparency and authenticity. Share more about business decisions and challenges. This kind of goes along with like the micro or like the lower level subscription people, just kind of seeing how Mr. Beast has so much fame, so much credibility, and just it really shows the younger and like the less subscribed people how to do it and how to build credibility with everything. And in conclusion, Mr. Beast represents a whole new model of digital leadership. He combines data-driven decision-making, innovation, and a strong focus on his audience to grow his brand, such as Free Schools or Mr. Beast Burger. And instead of chasing short-term profit, he focuses on long-term success. So he doesn't really matter, like whatever he's doing now doesn't really matter. He's more focused on like 5 years, 10 years down the road thing. And overall, he shows how digital influence can translate into real business impact.
Good job. Questions?